Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had this one for a bit. I didn't want to rush and make a video, but I also don't really need 20 minutes to cover it. So here's a quick take that took a while to get to. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this great discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk. Let's get right into it.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience with this electric bike. First off, while this bike arrives mostly assembled, our reviewer recommends double-checking all the bolts. They found that they weren't quite tight enough from the factory, leading to some rattling during rides. It's a minor annoyance, but definitely worth addressing before you hit the road. Now let's talk performance. This client suggests managing expectations. While the bike is advertised to reach a certain top speed, our reviewer found it hard to actually achieve that in real-world conditions. Fresh out of the box, with a full charge and perfect conditions on smooth pavement, it might get close, but don't expect that consistently. That said, for shorter commutes, it works perfectly fine. Regarding the battery life, our reviewer found it falls short of the advertised range. Forget about reaching those high mileage numbers on a single charge. 15 miles is more realistic. They also advise against letting the battery drain too low, as the bike's speed noticeably decreases as the charge diminishes. You might even think you've accidentally switched to a lower speed setting. Finally, be aware that the lack of extensive gearing makes this a less than ideal traditional pedal bike. It's quite difficult to reach any decent speed by pedaling alone. Think of it more as a moped that doesn't require a license, and you will not be disappointed. Our reviewer summarizes that if you keep these points in mind, the bike is well worth the price of entry. This client also suggests taking it to a bike shop for a quick checkup and tune-up before your first ride to ensure the bolts are tightened and everything is in good working order. Otherwise, the rattling could become bothersome.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer purchased this electric bike primarily for commuting to work and back, and it largely serves its purpose. One of the appreciated aspects is the inclusion of essential safety features like a headlight, tail light, and horn, which definitely add to the feeling of security on the road. However, our reviewer did express a wish for a more accessible way to activate the tail lights, making them constantly visible to traffic approaching from behind. A minor design flaw that this client pointed out is the placement of the key slot. Apparently, during rides, the reviewer's knee occasionally makes contact with it, which can be a bit bothersome. Functionally, though, the bike does what it's supposed to. It gets you from one place to another. That said, a notable drawback mentioned is the battery life. While the bike can manage a trip to a nearby town, a journey of about 10 to 20 minutes each way, our reviewer noted that it almost completely drains the battery. The expectation was for at least an hour of riding at maximum speed, which wasn't the case. This could be a point of consideration for potential buyers planning longer trips. Overall, this client feels that this electric bike would be particularly well suited as a starter e-bike, especially for individuals of a shorter stature. While there's certainly room for improvement in certain areas, particularly in battery performance, considering the price point, it offers a reasonably decent value for the money.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer was thrilled to receive this scooter as a gift, noting its prompt arrival, even a little ahead of schedule. Compared to other similar products they've assembled, the setup process was surprisingly straightforward. You're essentially attaching the front wheel, pedals, seat, and handlebars. They even include a small toolkit, which is super handy for both assembly and making adjustments later on. The only minor hiccup our reviewer experienced was with the provided L-wrench. It didn't quite do the trick for tightening the handlebar screw, requiring a quick trip to a professional. Beyond that small issue, this client reports the scooter's performance is fantastic. The battery takes around 4 hours to fully charge, and at full power it lasts for about 2 to 3 hours in cooler temperatures, around 30-40 degrees. This reviewer speculates the battery life would likely extend to 4 or 5 hours in warmer weather if they utilized lower speed settings. A great feature, the battery is removable with a key included with the scooter. They appreciate the added security of being able to remove the battery and take it inside while the scooter is locked up, making it less of a target for theft. Overall, this reviewer considers it a worthwhile purchase and would happily recommend this scooter to anyone considering getting an electric one.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you in the next one.